And that's a little bit of, what I'm kind of getting at with I Bet You Won't Get Crunk, right? Because, you know, Atlanta through the 90s had kind of like a bright party hip hop sound. Like Atlanta was very bass oriented. And right around the time Freaknik kind of gets squashed because of policies and hypervigilant policing, like everything that could happen, and those mechanisms maintain throughout the year. Like it's concentrated in Freaknik, but by creating policies that make, for instance, cruising illegal, right,
Yeah,
riding around with your car at a certain below a certain speed is made illegal,
that's crazy.
or now we have kind of a policy infrastructure that can be used to criminalize some of the behaviors we see around the clubs and that we see in certain places. That creates a situation where throughout the year there's kind of attack is maybe strong, but attack kind of fits, on just this facet of not just musical culture, but Black culture and leisure time in general. And that's around the time that we start to shift from a bass sound to a crunk sound,
Hmm.
really. Which, by the way, I acknowledge in the book, most of what we get from, in terms of like the sound of crunk and the structure of crunk, a lot of that's rooted in Memphis. Another thing that we don't quite talk about are the invisible connections between all these places, because
Yeah,
New Orleans, Memphis, Miami, they're all kind of bleeding into like Atlanta's hip hop sound because people are traveling through those places
yep.
for recreational purposes.